Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk Thinker, right out here in the lab. What I do, what I do for you. Ooh, I got a nice one for you today. Mm, Calm down. Right isn't 25 rules live by storytelling, story with a message, the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. We got a good thing going. Let's continue. Right thinking mission. And that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. We're spiritual beings. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers do just that. Know thyself. So I do what I do for you to make that happen. All you gotta do is tune in and make it happen for yourself. I got you. Let's go. Do you know you? If you don't have an answer to that question, tune in. I can help you out that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. They don't know themselves. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You teach them. Why? They want to learn. And that's what I do. I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes or think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these other persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my app, be true. I'm having some issues. I don't mind enlightening my older people, but I really want to get to my younger people. Y'all need to try to get some of this knowledge, people, because I'm coming for you, young people. Why? It will serve you to know thyself, the sooner the better. Okay, so understand that. So, right thinkers, let's talk about how can we save our next generation. I had to talk with the devil. He tells me, he brags about he got 98% of every 100 followers of God. Only two of them are actual followers. That number's not good for supposed to be followers of God. Okay, so we ain't looking good. 2%, not good odds. Okay, so let's try to make that little change when we teach our next generation to be conscious and know thyself at an early age. We can change that number. Okay, that's my goal. That's my point. Watch this. Let's talk about it. Now, if we want to see a change in our next generation, what should we do? We have to give them what? The truth early in life. The sooner they know the truth, the better off they'll be. Giving them lies and fairy tales and nonsense don't help them at all. It confuses them. Truth sets them free to act according to what we give them. They can manifest that for themselves and they will be a lot better off. We have to control what? What our young people is being taught. Our truth, not their lies. If we keep educating our generation after generation on their nonsense we call education, we ain't never gonna change nothing. If we institute what we teach, what we know, they're gonna be pissed off. Why? Because they want to keep brainwashing us with their nonsense. So until we change that dynamic, our generations are doomed. I'm seeing more and more young people learning our spiritual truth. And I'm loving that. Why? Because with the truth, they armed with something that will serve them. With lie, they don't have nothing to serve them. You can't fall back on a lie. You can't rely on a lie. You can't depend on a lie. I would love to be able to get my right thinking philosophy into our young people earlier. Why? Because the sooner the better. If it's working for the older people, the fact that it worked, our young people should know God as soon as possible. And that should start in the household. Like everything else, you should institute certain things in the household. If God is not in the household, the child don't know God. He probably gonna find out in the streets or somewhere else. Like we do a whole bunch of stuff. Good parenting is bringing things that your son, your child needs to live successful in this world. Give them the truth. I gave my kids the truth. Didn't care about, well, I don't give a good rat's butt. Why? They don't need that. Oh, the child need Christmas. No, they don't. No, they don't. A whole lot of people don't celebrate Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas time. I got to go in a debt, buy a bunch of nonsense for everybody. But because I don't subscribe to that, I'm the bad guy. Say hi to the bad guy. I could care less about that nonsense y'all do. Excuse me, let me get back on here. This is what problem we have. We keep doing the same nonsense and thinking something different gonna happen. With spiritual truth being learned at an early age in life will make a difference in their life. That I know. Why? If it's making a difference in older people who start to figure out, oh wow, this yeah, it worked. I want young people to do that early in life. Why? It'll make their life a lot easier for them. So I sound like, I don't know, but I'm humanitarian. I want the best for my young people. I got grandkids. I want the best for them. Okay, I'm a grandfather. I want to be great. All that good stuff. But if we don't give our children the benefit of the doubt, young people, the truth, they're gonna keep doing the same problem. Get caught up in in the brainwashing and don't become conscious until later on in life they figure it out. When we lose another generation, why? Because some of them ain't gonna figure it out. Give them the truth. That ain't how you ain't got to figure the truth out. All you got to do is live it, manifest it. But if you don't have it, you can't. So that's the problem I got with our generation, that we keep giving them the same nonsense. When we think being young and dumb is the norm, no, being young without knowledge of self makes you dumb. And being hard headed because the parents don't hold you accountable. My kids wasn't dumb when they was young. So I don't subscribe to that. I was dumb. Why? Because I was being led the wrong way. So dumb is as dumb does. I did dumb things. When I realized it was dumb, I stopped. I mean, y'all can say that. See, it's okay to do dumb or do wrong. But when you realize it, now you got to make a decision. I made that decision real quick, real easy. Don't do it. Guy went to the doctor, said, Doc, it hurt every time I do that. Doc said, stop doing that. Makes sense. So you need to go to the doctor to tell you what to do for yourself. Play doctor. Cue yourself. I didn't give my son the hustle mindset. No. Like father, like son. I, 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 I gave him what I felt I should have done. So I gave it to him and let him carry the ball, and he did just fine. So that's I know that works. Why? Because I didn't give my son the hustle mindset. Why? Because I knew it wasn't the right way. Why send him that way? Come on, man, go straight. Why? I did the other stuff. Trust me. Go straight. He did that. When you can guide somebody on the right path of life, that's what you do. Parent, uncle, grand, don't make a difference, but you give them good advice to help them in life. That's all. I did what my dad did until what? I had to pay for my wrongdoings. Damn you, damn. I'm not doing that. We part, listen, I parted ways with my dad because we had a different opinion about doing what we was doing. I no longer wanted to do that. Okay, knock stuff out. Why? I'm out. I don't have to do that. I did something else. So if I can walk away from old man, he had a phrase, you can count the days. If you and I got an issue and I decide I don't want to do with you no more, it's over, pretty much. So don't worry about me. And when I go, it's a one-way deal. I'm not coming back. So that's a fact. I did what my dad did until I had to pay for it. So what I did for my kid, gave him what I knew I should have done, and I didn't. So I gave him opportunity to do that. Keep it straight, keep it, and that's what he did, and that's the beautiful thing. So as a parent, I know how to raise kids. My son, watch this. None of that. Mm-mm. My son took the right way. Why? Because I showed him a better way to live. And he used it, he adopted it, and it works for him. He said, Dad, I know that little thing you're doing now is cool, but I'm still good with the old stuff you gave me. I gave him the truth. That's what he got is the truth. So to make a difference, truth is truth, okay? Teach our young our spiritual truth and watch the growth spiritually. Watch them grow spiritually. We're spiritual beings. We should grow spiritually in spirit and knowledge and in God and understanding. That's all stuff that human beings can adopt and live by and manifest for themselves to know God for themselves. All those who doing everything else obviously don't know God. But God is in them. God's with them. He just ain't doing nothing. Why? They ain't doing it for him. You take one step to him, he rewards you. That's the name of the game. And the sooner we teach our young people about the higher self, never mind, no, higher self, God, become God conscious early. Why? Because you'd be a better person for that. When you give the truth to young people, they will put it to use. And that's the beautiful part of it. Why? Give them something that they can run with. They're going to run. Give them the truth. Let them run with that. I see the best part of me when I see my son. Why? Because he's living out my side that I should have done, but I got caught up doing something else. I refuse to let him do that. I wouldn't lead him down that road for a moment. I didn't want him to follow me. Why? When you're doing wrong, we always want somebody to come along with us. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. If it's wrong, I'm stopping it. And I'm putting us into this. Why? In my family, we no longer run illegal business. The family business is legal now. We're in the God business. All right. Now, I gave my son the best part of me. When I see him, that's what I see. And I love it. All right. I smile. Why? Because I have 3 grandsons, and I'm so proud of how my son doing with his kids. And they're being raised what? The right way. I ain't raising them. My son is. Mm. I love teaching young people. And when I get a chance, I give them instructions from me to them. Okay. But they are being raised in a proper manner. So I ain't got to discipline them. I ain't got to do none of that. I love that. I just got to love them. All right. Yeah. And I love that. I love teaching young people my right thing of philosophy. Why? Because they learn it and listen and they don't compare or debate. They accept it. And by doing that, they can use it and see, whoa, Papa gave me some good stuff. What else you got, Papa? There you go. If you make not knowing thyself one of the worst things you can do in our culture, then educating, becoming knowledgeable, and gaining knowledge of self would be a priority. If we know that lack of knowledge is what's hurting us for generations as a people, why don't we put obtaining knowledge, make that a priority for our young people? So why? Give them the truth. Okay? We've been lied to. Stop. We've been lied 2,000 years. Okay, so you know that. What you gonna do now? That's all over. What you gonna do now? We don't hold knowing thyself or becoming spiritually enlightened to our young people, so they don't know nothing about that. Okay, till we get older. I told my pastor before I joined the church, came to the church service, I know God. I'm not coming to church with y'all to find God. I'm coming to worship and praise God with like-minded people. That's what I do. I got a problem with that. Okay, but if you going to church to find God, you're going for the wrong reason. You're supposed to bring God with you. He's inside you. You going to fellowship with like-minded people. So if you go to church for any other reason, I don't know what the purpose. I can tell you what I do and why I do it. Okay, that's knowing thyself. I'm not doing nothing willy-nilly. I'm not doing nothing that I ain't sure. No, I don't do none of that. So I know what I'm doing. Hence, know thyself. I don't go to church to find God. I just told you that. I did that with gaining, learning, knowledge of self, and implementing and manifesting for myself. So I know God. God can be known how? Through good, righteous, virtuous deeds when daily, and he'll make himself known to you. You do those things, oh yeah, he'll be known. Trust me. Okay, you ain't got to get a lamp and rub it 3 times and wish for a genie or to get 3 wishes. Man, live right. That's the magic. That's the magic in what you can manifest and produce. All you gotta do is live right. Last one, I'm wrapping it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. When knowing thyself becomes the normal way of life, we will see a change and we'll be all right. Why? Because our young people will get it early, make changes, and stop doing the nonsense that we see them doing that we know ain't good, but they don't know that it ain't good. So when they find out that this ain't the right way to go, they're gonna go that way. And some of that stuff will stop and change. Trust me. My son grew up with the gang activity. He didn't fall for that nonsense. Okay, so it's possible. When you can ask a 5-year-old child, who are you? And they let you know that I'm a spiritual being having human experience. You gonna step back and say, whoa, what? Yeah, Abby Kid said, I'm so and so. No, knowing thyself is knowing who you really are, not your name and your sex, okay, or your gender. Come on, man, that's nonsense. If we were to educate our young people at an early age, they will change at an early age for the better. Knowing thyself should be taught in our earliest daycare centers and schools. Why? Because that's what they got to end up knowing anyway. Give it to them sooner. Why wait till later? The sooner you learn what? The truth. And that's what we're going to give them, the truth. The sooner you can know thyself. And if you know thyself, you know thy higher self. And that's who the self that we're trying to get you to know, not believe. Know. Live, experience, manifest. So now the knowledge is there, the understanding is there, the purpose and reason is built in. You ain't got to go outside yourself to do it. Sorry about that. Let me wrap this up. I get a little hype. It's getting early, sun about to come up. I get a little crazy. So, all right, let me watch this. Wait a minute. Okay. So, last one. There is nothing better than seeing young people know themselves. That's it. Why? Because now you know you got a person that's gonna go through life and do the right thing. When we start seeing more of that, we start seeing less other stuff we see that we don't like. Okay? That's how we could save our next generation. Hope you got the lesson. I got more. I ain't done.